Thank you, Marissa. We have 5 gentlemen in our studio. They're going to be playing at the Met tonight. They're opening for the Marcus King Band. And Casey's a big fan and wanted to get these guys in here to perform this morning.
Yeah, especially because I can't make it to the show tonight.
So you just have them come in and perform on the show.
Totally self-serving. I'm like, no, you come to me. I can't come to you. No, yeah, I found you guys on Instagram just a couple of years ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Penelope Road to the show this morning. Nice to have you guys here. Good to see you. All right, let's start with names. We have Max over here on guitar. Charles is playing the keys in the middle here. Is it Cohen or Cohen?
Cohen.
Cohen. Yeah. Cohen is on guitar and vocals, and we have James on the bass, and Anthony is playing the little kid drum set.
He's the champ today.
This is Mike Portnoy and I had a drum off one time here in the studio, and we had a little kid's drum kit, and he signed it for us, and that's what Anthony is going to be playing this morning.
Try to do it justice.
I think you'll do it wonderful justice, my friend. You guys are, and feel free, anybody who wants to speak at all. You guys are originally from Atlanta, Max?
Yeah.
Okay.
Atlanta, Georgia.
How long have you been all together as a group?
We turned 3 May 1st.
Really?
So
this is
year
still
3.
pretty early in the life of the band.
Definitely, yeah.
And how did you guys interact and find each other?
Just a bunch of us went to high school together.
Okay.
And we just met throughout, like, playing in different bands. And when we, like, the 5 of us got together, we just kind of knew what's up.
This is the right group of people.
Yeah.
What's the Atlanta scene like? As far as if you guys were in different bands, you ran into each other, you probably played some of the same gigs. And is Atlanta got a thriving music scene?
It does. I think that is a lot of what brought us together, is maybe that the scene doesn't necessarily lend itself to our type of music anymore. Like, we all grew up when Atlanta was really booming with rap, and so we kind of came up through a different avenue, but it's still definitely a great city for that.
Well,
There's
your
like a
sound
cool
is
DIY scene too now.
Okay.
That's getting bigger and stuff, and even that we didn't really fall into. We were just kind of like in between both worlds. Yeah.
Well, your guys, you fall into a how would you categorize? Because there's a lot of soul, there's some R&B, there's some adult contemporary. I mean, how do you define Penelope Road, if you can?
We don't really have a word to define it. I think you kind of put it perfect. I guess there's a...
That's all good, buddy.
We don't really have a word to define it. I mean, you put it perfectly. Like, there's a million different genres that we all kind of are inspired by, so...
It rings authentic, though, with, like, we talk about this. So we're an active rock station, and we play a lot of the old and a lot of the new stuff that makes sense. But we often talk about music that sits squarely in this. We don't treat the notion of yacht rock as a pejorative or, all of that stuff. It all works for us. And you guys, as young as yours, seem to have older souls when it comes to the music that you really like.
For sure.
I have a quote here. Tell me if this holds true. Stanky funk jump.
We've tried to scrape that from the planet. It's so funny. It's just, it comes everywhere. It haunts us.
Like a herpes sore.
Yes.
Wait, hold on.
Exactly like that.
What was the quote again?
Stanky funky junk.
Stanky, funky
One
junk.
of them, it ended up in a trade.
I don't hear stanky from your music, but definitely a little bit of funk and
That's
R&B.
more of a vibe, yeah.
But stank more funk.
Which one of you stanks the most in the band?
Oh,
all the rhythm section.
Everybody pointed to Anthony. The stankiest of Penelope Road.
I'm the kid's toy right now.
Wow.
Listen, I think the first video I came across was you guys just doing a cover of Rich Girl, right? And it was probably maybe like 45 seconds to a minute reel, and so you guys have some stuff I guess. The adult contemporary, Hall & Oates, as we, maybe yacht rocky type of stuff. But then also, there was this one video I watched of you guys. It looked like you were at a college party and you were jamming out the Backseat Lovers. You guys know that one?
Yeah.
What college was that at? Do you guys...
UGA, I think. University of Georgia.
Yeah. So, but like people were, and it was just looked like a backyard party, and people were raging, and so, but like Backseat Lovers is a more contemporary band.
Yeah. I think a lot of our new music we've been writing is a good, more kind of like alt rocky, indie kind of vibe, which we've always had in a lot of the covers we play. But it's influencing the music we write now.
I saw a cover of was it Human Nature or So there was a couple of you were in a choral group in school.
Yes.
is because your harmonies figure prominently in what you do.
Definitely.
And we love to hear that. We always make Preston and I go on and on about the Eagles documentary and them on stage, and it seems like talking about like bucking against things in a time of auto-tune and click tracks and things on stage that are artificial. I think there's sort of a reaction against that where the audience wants to know what we're seeing on stage is actually happening in the moment. And that seems to fuel you guys as well, correct?
100%.
Yeah, that felt like a lot of what I think connected people with us in the beginning when they started seeing our videos on their algorithms. Was like, it just felt like you get this 45-second clip and you're transported to 1973 and you're watching the Eagles make not to give ourselves that credit, first of all, it's a little different, but a little different. But I think it gave people a lot of shades of just like that easier time when music was real and when music was just getting made in people's backyards and not in a studio with a bunch of technology.
Yeah. Maybe people refer to you as the Stanky Eagles now.
We've gotten the Jen's Eagles before. That one was pretty good.
Oh, I love it.
Listen, when the
You could
Eagles
do a lot worse.
when the Eagles got started, they were around your age. You know what I mean? Like and like all those bands that we love and revere to this day are like your contemporaries. So they're at your age. But like so. Listen, when I'm going through Instagram and I watch somebody do a cover of a song, I'm like, that's great. You watch The Voice, you watch American Idol. There are a million amazing singers and amazing musicians out there. But it was when I started going through and finding some of your original stuff that I was like, okay, I really like what you guys are creating, right? Not recreating, but creating. And so you guys do some stuff in somebody's backyard. I don't know whose backyard it is. Somebody, it's okay,
usually mine. Yeah.
It's your back patio or whatever. And there's one in particular, and you're not going to do that song today, but the song called Flowers. It is beautiful, and I love it. And I had to save it and flag it so I could listen to it over and over again because there wasn't a studio version at the time. So like as I'm going through this, I get so excited for you guys because
he's incredibly excited.
I am because
he's a big prophet of you guys. So.
Yeah, because. Listen, you guys are like grinding right now. Like you're in a van, maybe not a bus, or any of. But it's still like a fun, exciting time, and
sure.
Yeah. So like how has your experience been so far?
Over the 3 years.
Well, I would say like over the last year.
Yeah.
It's been a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we've been touring since January of last year. I don't think anybody here would have thought this would be our lives 3 years ago. So this is, it's just been insane.
Well, you watch these, talking about, again, the Eagles and so on and so forth, you see bands that when they're in their heyday or when they still now can bring it and enjoy this, enjoy being together and simply playing music. The audience, the audience, loves that. We can sense that. But I mean, when you're traveling around in a van, and apparently there's a whole bunch of van horror stories and breaking down and stuff like that. Sometimes that can wear and tear on the band. But how do you get past that? I mean, what keeps you motivated to just keep doing this?
I mean, I think it's the love for the music. At the end of the day, like we all know each other so well at this point. Like I don't think we're friends so much as like literal siblings. Family. To where I think. To me, like anytime I'm a little bit bothered or frustrated or whatever it is, like the second we get on stage and we like click, it all goes away for a little bit, and it's just that kind of magic that you feel when you play music with people and you really connect on that level. I think transcends like just any other like regular feeling that you can get.
Any of life.
Right? Well,
yeah.
Now, Kohan, you smiled really big when Steve asked that question. What were you about to say?
Well, we've had all the stories about vans breaking down. That's all us. We've had every accident ever that could happen.
What's
to
the
our
worst?
First van.
We broke.
Dude. The last night of our last tour, we jackknifed a trailer into the middle of downtown. Where was it? Charlotte?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you caused a tractor trailer to jackknife?
No, their trailer. They were pulling their equipment.
Yeah. All right.
Trust me,
it was
I've done
unfortunate
it.
of us, but yeah, it was pretty embarrassing after the show, having to like direct traffic through the street. And
Who was driving? Who did it?
We'll just.
Preston relays he had a tour. He was in a band.
I was in a band.
He's a drummer.
Learning how to back the trailer in is a colossal
But
pain
it's
in the
real
ass.
satisfying once you get it. Though.
It is, man. If you nail it, yeah, it's badass. There's a song in there somewhere, man, for sure.
But Preston,
Country song, maybe.
Country hit. Yeah.
you look back at those days of like you had a literal school bus.
Yes.
And it was, I mean, but you loved it, right?
That was so much fun.
Right?
It was,
That's
it was
awesome.
crazy fun. Yeah.
We toured out of a school bus.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
badass.
yeah. We
So
bought
cool.
a school bus for $1,000. We converted it, and it was, and literally from time to time, we'd be driving back from a gig like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and flames would start shooting out of the engine compartment. We'd have pull over, stop, open up the hood, and you could see the manifold was glowing red.
Oh, man.
It was just horrible, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. It was a blast.
Well, in your legend and lore is this house. There is a legitimate Penelope Road, and you had like a college house that you were living in that apparently was a disaster in and of itself. What were the conditions like in that thing?
I mean,
Black mold.
Yeah, we James and I,
Definitely.
James and I lived there, and there was like, it was ridiculous. Our dryer like disconnected from the vent, and we had no idea. So for like half the time we lived there, every time we'd run the dryer, the walls in the hallway would sweat.
It was awful.
It was so bad. The pipes were built wrong. It was
Really?
ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where we practiced. That's where we kind of got started.
Maybe that's where the stanky is from.
That must be it.
It's the mildew. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'd like to get a couple songs out of you. So, what would you like to play first?
I think we're gonna do one called "So It Goes."
So it goes. All right. Tonight at the Met, it's Penelope Road on MMR. Here we go.
So it said, there's a doorway into my head, and it would be alright if it crossed my mind. But your smile loses focus as I drift downstream from here, and when they pass from sight, well, I let them go by. Oh, I know it can be hard to say goodbye. Tunnel vision, but no light. Stuck in place with the world flying by and not shit to my name. Yes, it's all just memories of things I've never dreamed, but I'm happy to believe. So it goes. C'est la vie. I'll enjoy what's mine and let the rest just be. Telephone call from the corner of my mind, remembering how we felt that night. Dancing the moonlight with the stars at night. Maybe I should leave it all behind. If I told the truth, I'm not over you. so it goes. C'est la vie. I'll enjoy what's mine and let the rest just be.
Penelope Road, if you're just tuning in, 93.3 WMMR. The guys are in our studio. They're playing a show tonight. Support act for the Marcus King Band. You guys are doing support dates. That's the next logical step from where you were. And what have you had a quote unquote headlining tour yet?
Yeah, all last year and into this year we headlined. We did a couple opening sets for a couple bands called Goose and Lake Street Dive.
Sure. Yeah, Goose sort of falls in that in the category where out of left field and I go, everyone loves Goose. And I go, well, I guess I got to check them. I mean, I gave myself a rush course on you guys just to get up to speed because there is that case where you can sort of, you know, prior to a record deal, if a record deal is still the thing, and you guys have one, yes. So you can exist and build up an audience as you did with social media and other ways, but then you get to the point where you have to prove it, you know, and have the longevity. Hearing that song, though, and owing to what we were talking about earlier, and I don't know if you feel the same way, Preston, but it reminds me of, and I say this in the best way, 4 or 5 of my favorite songs. Like it is instantly nostalgic for a song I've really not heard that much. So, and that's part of the desired goal, I guess, right?
100%.
Yeah.
By the way, I love Goose. I've seen them live, and I love Lake Street Dive. I found those guys. There was a concert at Town Hall in support of the Inside Llewyn Davis movie, and that's why I was like. And so they did. I don't remember the name of the song, but anyway. Those are 2 different sounding types of bands, you know? Are they in the same label? Like, how do you end up getting matched up with a Goose or a Lake Street Dive?
The touring operation's pretty different from the label side. It's more just like our booking agents and folks communicating when it comes to that stuff.
You kind of left to your own?
We had just like some mutual people on similar teams, and we had been lucky enough to meet him back when he played at the Blue Note in New York, and then filmed some content with him a few months ago too. So yeah, it was just super cool that he called us up.
You guys being younger guys, and I mean, you're not young, you're not like teenagers or anything like that, but your parents help out in any way, shape, or form? Have they been a part of this?
My mom was managing for the first year.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. You had you fired.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, all of our parents are super supportive.
They're backing you up.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
They're also happy and proud of. They're probably all watching right now.
Oh yeah.
Gee, you're playing. I mean, of their age, you're probably hitting in the pocket of the music that they love.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
oh my God.
forward, yeah.
They're probably so happy with the music you're playing.
Yeah.
You know?
Freak them out one time and do a. Oh no!
No, but this
Devil
is,
music.
This is, I mean, completely and totally outside of like, a little bit left to center of the format that we're used to. I mean, the last 3 artists that we had in here, From Ashes to New, Autumn Kings, and Des Rocks. You know, those are more aligned. But I think our show sort of allows us to go a little bit left to center from time to time and have maybe a little bit of a passion for one of the show members. So. I wanted to ask about how you were received differently from like if you're opening for Lake Street Dive or a band like Goose, because I love Fish. Fish is my favorite band of all time, and then that introduced me to Goose, and I think Goose and Fish you got a lot of like hairy hippie type people that are at those types of shows. Were you received similarly at both of those types of shows?
Yeah, I think for us it's how we cater the different sides of our set to which crowds. For instance, like we've covered both Lake Street Dive and Goose songs since our inception a couple years ago, and it's really just picking what songs for Marcus. It's what songs hit that southern rock kind of country almost side for our stuff, and we've got some stuff that leans that way. And then for Lake Street Dive, a little bit of the softer kind of like the one we just played. We'd bring that out, and I think it's just catering our different songs to different crowds because it does span pretty widely among a couple genres that it allows us, I think, to be pretty fluid with who we open up for.
Sort of a good lab to find it, because how you reach your audience.
Thing about the band, like we all have such different music tastes, and we listen to such different music that like sometimes like when we get to open for different people, it's like one person's type of music, they get to shine a bit.
So there's no like Lennon. You guys all Lennon and McCartney. You're all writing.
We all write.
Yeah, which is very cool. We always marvel at like. Queen. Everyone in the band wrote a number one song for Queen. Yeah.
What you said, you're all into different types of music. Who's into what? I can see James over here is wearing a Blind Melon shirt, which is pretty cool. Yeah. What about you guys? What are you into? Anybody, jump in.
Blind Melon's definitely on the list.
Yeah,
the classic rock side, the old 90s alternative, all that stuff. I'm really into like all the old, 60s soul music.
All right,
nice
music. That's like, where I get my bass playing from.
You a Motown fan?
Oh yeah, big time.
Who's way outside of what you guys do as far as what you like? Anthony. What's Anthony into? The drummer. Yeah.
First time over here. I would say I was into a lot of grunge growing up. My parents put me onto that as like a little kid, and I was always a fan of like just like pounding drums, like Neil Peart, like John Bonham, those kind of drummers. But yeah, like punk, grunge is like, that was how I first got into like any music at all. So
that's a cool entree, though. I mean, to have these different elements. It makes things more, more inventive, more unique, since you're amalgamating familiar styles, but it's coming out as something fresh, which is hard to achieve.
Well, let's go down the line. Koan, how about you?
I grew up on the Beatles and Motown and Prince and David Bowie and all of that. But
nice.
Like, I listen to a lot of like Arcade Fire and Big Thief and a lot of cool like new art rock. Radiohead, I love.
Okay. Yeah. And Charles?
Pretty simple. I grew up on the Eagles, Leonard Skinner. Pretty much just classic rock, like through and through. Is
whatever you could sing along to, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And how about you, Max?
I grew up on like yacht rock, classic rock. But now, I mean, I listen to everything. I've been listening to this girl, Sienna Spyro. She's incredible. There's a band called Edge Hill, who's like, they're like indie rock. I don't know. It's so good.
Okay.
I'm writing these down.
Casey's into absorbing into new stuff regularly.
I always just gravitate towards back to Fish, but I'm always listening to new stuff.
That's the new deal.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Russ.
All right. Well, listen. Let's get another song from you guys before we send you on your way, so you can get a nap before your gig tonight. But what are we gonna hear now?
This one is, I believe, Out Tonight is what we're playing.
Give it a try.
This was like the song that really got us, some love on the internet. This is our second original song that people really gravitated towards.
All right.
And yeah, it's a fun one to play.
It's called Out Tonight.
Out Tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Penelope Road on MMR.
Here we go. Sorry, y'all.
Penelope Road tuning on MMR.
I was on the wrong button here. Sorry. There we go. All right.
All right.
If I see you out tonight, I'll be blue. Just thinking how I'll hold you tight, it's nothing new for me. And if I see you out tonight with someone new, I might consider moving on. If I can't get you off my mind, I'm totally screwed. I can't believe how bad I messed it up with you. No. I guess I didn't know that it was make or break. I guess that was a wild take. So now that I have you here, I have to say I really didn't like the way that you broke my heart when you ended it. 'Cause I was acting like an idiot, but now I'm broke. And I don't even have money to smoke. Just to set the record straight, I'm okay. Even though my heart was out on display. Oh no. 'Cause you know without you, baby, my world turned gray. Yeah. 'Cause even if I wanted to, I could never make you stay.
Penelope Road on 93.3 WMMR. I'll read this text. It says, I'm ready for some salt air, a pool, a cold one, and a lounge chair to relax the rest of the day in.
Oh, yeah. Do you find yourself, Preston, as you're listening, going through the Rolodex of, God, that's kind of like, and that's kind of like...
Ricky Lee Jones.
Ricky Lee Jones,
popped in my mind a little bit. You guys probably don't know that name, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely picking up on some stuff. A little... not fully, but some James Taylor and, you know.
I mean,
yeah,
you're in good company, man. And it's,
That's
again,
a huge compliment.
Yeah. The thing you don't want to do is insult someone by saying, oh, you're just like, no, but I love that set. I love that general pocket. But to hear those things, it puts a smile on your face. So kudos to you guys. Yeah.
Thank you guys for having us.
Yeah,
Of course.
This is such a pleasure.
Thank you for the private concert for Casey.
Thank you.
To the show tonight.
Well, fair, you guys will do flowers for me. I appreciate
Next
that.
time,
Thank you. Yeah.
Question, when can we expect any new music from you guys? Is that down the road a ways, or are you currently working on
No,
stuff?
we've just finished recording our first album, and we don't have an exact release date yet, but we can definitely expect some more music coming later this summer and earlier into the fall.
Do you think you're going to roll it out as a complete album, or are you going to do tracks?
Complete album.
Love it.
So the right way.
Yeah, you're old school in every way. I love it, man.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. All right, well, they're playing tonight at the Met. The show, you can get tickets to livenation.com, and they're the support act for Marcus King Band. But next time through, probably going to be headlining a show here in Philadelphia afterwards.
Bet money on it, yeah.
Excellent. Thank you guys for being here. Good luck with everything. We'll talk to you soon. Penelope Road! Yeah! Preston Steve Show.